In the beginning, God created. Those are the first 4 words of the Bible. Not in the beginning, God rested. Not in the beginning, God watched. He created. And if we are made in his image, and we are, then creating isn't just something we do, it's part of who we are. If you've ever felt the pull to make something, share something, build something, you're in the right place. That desire came from him. Genesis 1:1 and 1:27 together tell us everything we need to know. God created, and then he made us in his image. That's not a coincidence. That's a blueprint. When we create, we reflect God. Every time you write, teach, sing, build, cook, paint, or share your story, you are bearing the image of the one who spoke the world into existence. Creation is an act of worship. Look at your life and ask, what has God placed in you that you haven't yet released? What gift have you been sitting on out of doubt or fear? Name it, write it down, and bring it to him in prayer. I spent years feeling like I didn't have anything worth sharing, especially after I retired. Then I realized I was comparing my gifts to someone else's. Isn't that typical? Nothing more discouraging than doing that. And God didn't ask me to be anyone else. He asked me to be faithful to what he gave me. The moment I started creating from that place, everything changed. So if creation is part of who God made us to be, what happens when we stop? When we suppress the gifts God placed in us, something goes quiet inside. That restlessness, that sense of purposelessness, we've all felt that. It's often a signal that we're not living fully in what he designed us for. Proverbs 18, verse 16 says, a man's gift makes room for him. Your gift was given to you for a reason, not just for your benefit, but for the people God wants you to reach through you. When you hold it back, they miss out too. So how do we do this? Start where you are. You don't need to be polished or perfect. You can tell I'm not. So you just need to be obedient. Take one small creative step this week, one that scares you a little. That's usually where God is waiting. I almost didn't start this channel. I told myself I wasn't qualified, I wasn't gifted enough, I wasn't ready, but I kept coming back to the parable of the talents. The servant who buried his gift out of fear didn't please the master, and I didn't want to bury mine. And here's the beautiful thing. You don't have to do this alone. You're creating with God, not just for him. There's a difference between creating for God and creating with God. One is performance, the other is partnership. John 15:5 says, apart from him, we can do nothing. That's not a warning, that's an invitation. When we invite God into our creative process, we tap into something beyond our own ability. Our work carries his fingerprints. So before you create anything, a video, a meal, a conversation, pray. Ask God to put the thoughts in your mind, the words in your mouth, and the right attitude in your heart. Then step out on faith and trust that he'll show up, and he does. Every time I sit down to record, I pray first, just like in this video I'm making. Not because I have a formula, but because I know my limitations. Very acutely aware of my limitations in creating content, for sure. And every time I lean into him before I begin, what comes out is better than anything I could have ever produced on my own. That's not me. That's him working through a willing vessel. You were created by a creator in the image of a creator to create. That is not a small thing. That is your calling. Whatever God has placed in your heart, don't bury it. Don't wait until you feel ready. Step out in faith and invite him into the process and watch what he does with your willingness. If this encouraged you today, share it with someone who needs to hear it and come back, because every weekday we open the word together and let it speak into the real things that we're walking through. Go with God and know that he goes with you. Have a great day.